In this video, we will be discussing Algo Mall Collapse incident regarding what went wrong, ethical viewpoint, and legal concerns related to the case. On June 23, 2012, Algo Mall, located in the middle of the Elliott Lake, met with an unfortunate incident when a segment of rooftop parking collapsed, leaving 2 people dead and 19 injured. The reason behind this unfortunate incident was found to be leakage and corrosion in the rooftop. At the early stage of the mall construction, Mr. John Cadillac, a consulting engineer on the original construction, raised concerns about inadequate construction materials at the site, including steel beams that were already rusting despite being new. Also, James Cavan, the building architect, strongly objected to the rooftop parking, but the owners gave no value to their concerns and proceeded with the plan. Even after the construction, continuous ignorant inspections and defective waterproofing system led to the dreadful incident. Hence, it's the human error, not material failure, which is to be blamed for the collapse of Algo Mall that killed 2 people and affected 100 others. Let's discuss the case on ethical grounds applying PEO Code of Ethics. EGAT format is used to analyze ethical issues with the case. Robert Wood, the engineer from Ministry of Labor, signed off on the engineering report declaring the mall was structurally sound just a few weeks before the roof collapsed. According to the inquiry, Wood had previously indicated in conversation that he was aware that the roof was at risk of caving in. But he still altered his final report at owner's request so that the structural issues did not jeopardize the building's refinancing. Thus, Wood's negligence caused loss of life and business. Hence, Robert Wood violated the Code of Ethics under the Section 77.1.2, where he failed to adhere to his duties to public needs, and under Section 77.8, where he failed to maintain honor and integrity of his profession. The courses of action which could have avoided this incident were thorough inspection of the site before sealing the document. As stated earlier, engineers showed some concerns, but they were suppressed by owners. If engineers' concerns were not considered, then the engineers should have contacted the PEO in the first place. The city inspections were also just a formality, and they didn't report anything correctly. The city, upon inspections, should have enforced strict laws to make sure that the building was equipped with a better waterproofing system. In our opinion, PEO should have been contacted in the beginning stages of the mall construction by the engineers before they sealed the final documents. Secondly, a better waterproofing system should have been enforced by the city during their initial inspection. The plaintiff in this case are the business owners whose shops got ruined, and the defendant are the city of Elliott Lake, engineers involved, and the former and current mall owners. As regard to the torts law, the related case is Donoghue versus Stevenson, which gave us 3 conditions of tort law. The conditions are the duty of care, breach, loss of life, or injury. In this case, engineers owe duty of care to the public. They breached their duty of care by unprofessional act. As a result, it caused loss of life and business to public. In context with contract law, our case meets 5 fundamentals of contracts. There was an offer and acceptance between business owners and mall owners when the lease was signed. The mutual intent existed between both the parties. The consideration was the business owners paid for the lease, and the capacity was the space mall owners provided to run the business. The intent of the both parties was legal. The related case is Converse Exploration versus Latin, which deals with implied terms. In our case, mall owners kept on getting complaints from business owners for the leakage. The mall owners were supposed to get a new waterproofing system, but to avoid the costs, they avoided it. According to their contract, they had to do building repairs for business owners. They implied every time that they will fix the problem, but they just try to seal the roof or just put the patches. They broke their contract for not providing adequate building conditions for business owners, which caused them damage. In terms of liabilities, the mall owners are most liable for not fixing the leaking roof and pressurizing engineers to alter their reports. Mr. Wood, the engineer from the city, is liable for his negligence during the inspection and not reporting the risk involved with a poor waterproofing system. The city of Elliott Lake is liable for not enforcing the safety laws and hampering the public safety. The parties responsible for the damages are engineers for the consequential damages and punitive damages, mall owners for general damages, the city mall owners and engineers for the nominal damages. In our opinion, the business owners should be awarded money damages from mall owners and engineers. The employees who got injured should be compensated. The license of mall owners should be taken away and City of Illiot Lake should be penalized.